Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Seth Show here. I am your host, Seth. Keep it sweet wheat. And boy, I got some great tunes for you guys today. So I figure we are going to go ahead and kick off with some Depeche Mode and Enjoy the Silence. Alrighty, that was Depeche Mode and Enjoy the Silence. Now, I'm actually broadcasting here on my laptop instead of on my iPad. So, just figured I'd go ahead and let you guys know that one. So, it's a little different. So, you know, what can you say? We're gonna go on to our next song here. We've got all. Rewind that. We have got Ace of Base with All That She Wants up next. Alright, that was Ace of Base with All That She Wants. And man, I tell you what, that's always been a good one. That was always been a good favorite of mine from Ace of Base. We're going to move on to our next song. We got something different here. We've got Legend. Here we go again. We've got the Charlie Daniels Band with The Legend of the Woolly Swamp. Now, normally with this song, you'd play it around Halloween. So, I figured why not? We'd go ahead and play it on this one, since it is, you know, the 25th episode of the Seth Show, so why not? Here is the Charlie Daniels Band with The Legend of the Woolly Swamp.
But if you ever go back in the woolly swamp, well, you better not just can't explain. The old man lived in the woolly swamp way back in Booger Woods. He never did do a lot of harm in the world, but he never did do no good. People didn't think too much of him. They all thought he acted funny. The old man didn't care about people anyway. All he cared about was his money. He'd stuff it all down into mason jars and he'd bury it all around. And on certain nights, if the moon was right, he'd dig it up out of the ground. He'd pour it all out on the floor of his shack and run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, and that's all that there was to it. But I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. And there's some things in this world you just can't explain. The Cable Boys was white trash and lived over on Carver's Creek. They were mean as a snake and sneaky as a cat and belligerent when they'd speak. One night the oldest brother said, y'all meet me in the woolly swamp later, and we'll take old Lucius's money and we'll feed him to the alligators. They found the old man out in the back with a shovel in his hand, 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out of the sand. And they all went crazy and they beat the old man and they picked him up off of the ground and threw him in the swamp and stood there and laughed as the black water sucked him down. Then they turned around and went back to the shack and picked up the money and ran. They hadn't gone nowhere when they realized they were running in quicksand. And they struggled and they screamed, but they couldn't get away. And just before they went under, they could hear that old man laughing in a voice as loud as thunder. That's been 50 years ago, and you can go by there yet. There's a spot in the yard in the back of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights, if the moon is right, down by that dark footpath, you can hear 3 young men screaming. You can hear one old man laugh. If you ever go back in the woolly swamp way, you better not go at night. There's things out there in the middle of the woods that make a strong man die to cry. Things that crawl and things that fly and things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of the Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around. But I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. And there's some things in this world you just can't explain. Some things in this world you just can't explain.
Alright, that was the Charlie Daniels Band with The Legend of the Woolly Swamp. Now, as funny as it is, you know, I heard that song when I was little, when I heard that. And ever since then, you know, it kind of just went, wow, you know, that's like an awesome song, just truly. So, you know, as you get older, you kind of like it, so. Anyways, we're going to move on to our next song here. We have got Boston and Peace of Mind. After Boston, we've got Bill Engvall with Here's Your Sign. Now, I know you guys have already heard this, like, in one of my episodes. But, you know, I figured why not play again, you know, just for good laughs. If you guys want to request any songs, all you got to do is hit me up on the chat box here, right here on the website. And I'll be happy to tell you what I've got on my computer, and I will see what I can do. Alright, in the meantime, here is Boston with Peace of Mind. Alright, that was Boston with Peace of Mind. Now, I know I said last night when I did my broadcast off my iPad that I would wait until tomorrow night to do this broadcasting. But, as funny as it is, I figure, you know what, why not? I'd try it tonight since I did get my microphone in tonight. So, it works. Anyways, we're going to move on to our next one. We have got Bill Engvall with Here's Your Shine.
Well, I'll tell you about myself. I'm originally from the state of Texas. I love being from Texas just because we got our own language down there. We just make stuff up, man. We say stuff like, I'll tell you what. That's it. That's a complete sentence in Texas. Like, I'll tell you what. And everybody from out of state's like, what? I just told you. And Texans look at things completely different than anybody else in the country. Last time I was home, I was driving around. I had a flat tire. I pulled my truck in one of these little side-of-the-road gas stations. The attendant walks out, looks at my truck, looks at me. I swear to God, he went, tire go flat? I couldn't resist. I said, nope. No, I was driving around. Those other three just swelled right up on me. And without missing a beat, he goes, well, the heat'll do that. I just hate stupid people. They should have to wear signs that just say, I'm stupid. That way you wouldn't rely on them, would you? You wouldn't ask them anything. Be like, excuse me. Oh, never mind. I didn't see your sign. It's like for my wife and I moved from Texas to California. Our house is full of boxes. There's a U-Haul truck in our driveway. My friend comes over and goes, hey, you moving? Nope. We just pack our stuff up once or twice a week. Just see how many boxes it takes. Here's your sign. A couple of months ago, I went fishing with a buddy of mine. We pulled his boat into the dock. I lift up this big old stringer of bass. This idiot on the dock goes, hey, y'all catch all them fish? Nope. Talked them into giving up. Here's your sign. That's why there's warnings on products, because of stupid people, ladies and gentlemen. It's not for us, it's for stupid people. If there weren't any stupid people, you wouldn't see any warnings, or at least they had to wear those signs, you just wouldn't sell them the product, would you? Just be like, I'm sorry, I can't sell you that. Why not? Oh, I forgot. Did you know on a tube of Preparation H it says, do not take this orally? That's sad, isn't it? Because you know somebody wrote them a letter. Dear Preparation H, I ate this whole dang tube. I still got these hemorrhoids. Man, my mouth's so small, I can't eat a jelly bean anymore. But I could whistle really good. We bought my daughter a bathtub doll. It's called Rub-a-Dub Dolly. Now, Rub-a-Dub Dolly floats around the bathtub with a little life preserver on. And on the life preserver, it says, this is not a life-saving device. Well, what kind of idiot would see some guy drowning in the river and go, here! Here's a Rub-a-Dub Dolly doll. Oh, thank God you saved my life. On a can of shaving cream, it says, avoid spraying this into an open flame. Where the hell was that guy shaving at? What, he's sitting around the campfire one night, boy, I feel a little bristle. Nice, that's nice. A little tender. We bought a stereo receiver. If you bought a piece of stereo equipment, you know inside the box, so we put that little package of drying agent. And on this in big bold letters, what does it say? Do not eat this. Y'all ever bought a piece of stereo equipment thinking there might be something to eat in there? But you know somebody opened that box and went, well, look! I got a receiver and a pack of chiclets. I got music and gum. Do you know on the back of a roll-on deodorant it says, do not apply this to your eyes? Ladies, when was the last time you were out on a blind date? And he was good looking, but he just had that stinky eye. I was working on my wife's car a couple weeks ago. I was putting a new fan belt on. Do you know on the back of a car fan belt, It says, be sure you stop the motor first. Wouldn't you love to have been there the first time that happened? Some guy walks in the house, his hands are all cut up. He's like, hey, Walt, what happened? I'm going to give you boys a little tip. You're going to put a fan belt on the car. You better shut that motor off first. You can't stop it with your hands, man. It's like a machine or something. If I hadn't seen this one, I wouldn't have believed it. But we were trying to sell our car about a year ago. Guy came over the house, drove the car around about 45 minutes. We get back to the house, he gets out of the car, reaches down, and grabs the exhaust pipe. And goes, damn, that's hot. See? If he'd been wearing a sign, I could have stopped him. I could have said, now, I know you're not going to understand this, but that's going to be hot. You've all seen this one on the back of a bottle of shampoo. It says, rinse, lather, repeat, rinse, lather, repeat. You know there's some idiot still in the shower. Because it doesn't say, dry your hair, try it again tomorrow, man. I'm sure some of you ladies here tonight use curling irons. You ever get a chance, read the warnings on these things. I swear to you, it says the first time you use this curling iron, you may notice a slight odor and some smoke. That means your hair's on fire. I'm not making these up. The worst one says, do not insert this curling iron in any orifice. My God. What happened to good old-fashioned foreplay? What is that? Woo! Warm up the curling iron, honey. We're going to the fire. There's warnings on blow dryers. You know this? It says, do not use while sleeping. Well, Lord, hadn't that become a problem? Because I don't know about the rest of you, but I cannot count the number of times I've been sound asleep. Woke up, I was doing my hair. Dang it, I was sleep styling again. There's another warning that says, do not use this blow dryer in the shower. Who's writing this pamphlet? Y'all ever been in the shower? Honey, I'm done shampooing my hair. Toss me that blow dryer. I saw an idiot on TV this week. I was watching one of those animal shows on Discovery Channel. There was a guy inventing a shark bite suit. There's only one way to test that. You got to get bit by a shark. But the guy was inventing it, wasn't doing the test, and he had his buddy helping him out. That's the conversation I want to be in on. Jimmy, come here. All right, Jimmy, got that shark suit on, looks good. Now, what we gonna do? We gonna strap dead fish all over your body. Stay with me, Jimbo, stay with me. They want you to jump in this pool of sharks, and you tell us if it hurts when they bite you. Well, all right. Hold my sign, I don't want to lose it.
All right, that was Bill Engvall with Here's Your Sign. Actually, as a matter of fact, I've never played that one before, so that was actually something new to me. So I do apologize for that, you guys. Like I said, I'm kind of new to the broadcasting off of a laptop here, so you're going to have to bear with me on that one. Anyways, we're going to move on to our next song here. We have got Nickelback in This Means War. Now, I got some different types of music on here. I got some southern rock, and I've got some, some techno, and some, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I figure why not for the first time being on broadcasting off a laptop. So, anyways, here is Nickelback with This Means War.
To the ring for a battle.
Alright, that was Nickelback with This Means War. Now, I figured we'd throw in something a little different up next. We have got Huey Lewis in the news with Do You Believe in Love? Do I believe in love? I sure do. Who doesn't? Anyways, here is Huey Lewis in the news with Do You Believe in Love? And up next, we've actually Alright, that was Huey Lewis in the news with Do You Believe in Love? Up next we have got 3 Days Grace with Never Too Late. This has always been one of my favorite songs. I don't know why, but even though it sounds depressing, it's still one of my favorite songs. So here is 3 Days Grace with Never Too Late.
This world will never be what I expected, and if I don't belong, who would have guessed it? I will not leave alone everything that I own. not too late. It's never too late. Even if I say it'll be alright, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Now and again we try to just stay alive. Maybe we'll turn it around, 'cause it's not too late. It's never too late. No one will ever see this side reflected. And if there's something wrong, who would have guessed it? And I am left alone, everything that I own, to make you feel like it's not too late. It's never too late. Even if I say it'll be alright, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Now and again we try to just stay alive. Maybe we'll turn it around, 'cause it's not too late. It's never too late. The world we knew won't come back. The time we've lost can't get back. The life we had won't be ours again. This world will never be what I expected. And if I don't belong, even if I say it'll be alright, still I hear you say you want to end your life. Now and again we try to just stay alive. Maybe we'll turn it around, 'cause it's not too late. It's never too late. Maybe we'll turn it around, 'cause it's not too late. It's never too late. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Alright, that was 3 Days Grace, but never too late. Up next, we got something else. We got a little different here. As always, on my... Well, I have more music on my laptop than I do on my iPad. But anyways, I figured we go ahead and do something different also. We've got Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Now, this is one of their favorite ones, and my mom's favorite song also. And it's one of my favorites also, so I figured I'd play it for you guys. If you guys are familiar with Ozark Mountain Daredevils, you guys know that they did Jackie Blue. So, without further ado, here is Ozark Mountain Daredevils with Fly Away.
Standing in the trees, I get lifted by the leaves and carried away by the wind. Turning around, I touch down on the ground, and then I'm drifted away again. You've got to fly away on home. Hallelujah, fly away. Fly away on home. Get carried away by the wind. out my window, reflections of a rainbow as the evening rain comes down. Trumpets start to blowing when them stars start glowing, and my head gets lost in the sound. You've got to fly away on home, hallelujah, fly away on home when that evening rain comes down. You've got to fly away on home, hallelujah, fly away on home when that evening rain comes down. Let your head get lost in the sound when that evening rain comes down. Fly away.
Alright, that was Ozark Mountain Daredevils with Fly Away. I hope you guys enjoyed that song. That's always been one of my favorite ones. Up next, we've got a German DJ who, I think he's German, either German or something, I don't know. Anyways, if I'm pronouncing the name right, which anyone can correct me on it, I honestly don't mind if y'all correct me on it. I honestly don't. Anyways, we've got Darude, however you pronounce it. Okay, here is Darude with music.
Music.
Alright, that was Darude with Music. Up next, we've got Savage Garden and Moon and Back. And after this song, I'm going to pretty much end the show with Johnny Hates Jazz. But before I end the show with that song, let's go ahead and let's get to Savage Garden with Moon and Back.
She's taking her time making up the reasons to justify all the hurt inside. Guess she knows from the smiles and the look in their eyes. Everyone's got a theory about the bitter one. They're saying Mama never loved her much and Daddy never keeps in touch. That's why she shies away from human affection. But somewhere in a private place, she packs a bag for outer space. And now she's waiting for the right kind of pilot to come. And she'll say she'll say, I will fly her to the moon and back if you'll be my baby. Gotta take it for a world where we belong. So would you be my baby? She can't remember a time when she felt needed. If love was red, then she was colorblind. All her friends, well, they've been tried for treason and crimes that were never defined. She's saying love is like a barren place, and reaching out for human faith is it's like a journey I just don't have a map for. So baby, gonna take a dive and push shift to overdrive and send a signal that she's hanging all the hopes on the stars. What a pleasant dream. Just saying, I will fly her to the moon and back if you'll be my baby. Gotta take it for a world where we belong. So would you be my baby? Oh Mama never loved her much, and Daddy never keeps in touch. That's why she shies away from human affection. But somewhere in a private place, she packs a bag for outer space. And now she's waiting for the right kind of pilot to come. And she'll say to him, just saying, I will fly her to the moon and back if you'll be my baby. Gotta take it for a world where we belong. So would you be my baby? I will fly her to the moon and back if you'll be
Alright, that was Savage Garden with the Moon and Back. Well, not really the Moon and Back, just Moon and Back. I do have to tell you guys, before I get to our last song for the evening, come St. Patrick's Day, I will be broadcasting back on my iPad, just for the St. Patrick's Day edition. Other than that, I think for the broadcasting, I think I'm going to do it right off of my laptop. But on the St. Patrick's edition, St. Patty's Day edition, I am going to be broadcasting off of my iPad. So I just figured I'd let you guys know that one and give you guys the heads up on that one. Anyways, we're going to end the show tonight with Johnny Hates Jazz and Shattered Dreams. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the Seth Show being broadcast off my laptop. I will be back tomorrow with another edition of the Seth Show off my laptop again. Until then, I will see you guys tomorrow, and please, please, please be careful tonight, guys. Take it easy.